Today I figured what we do is we'd facet a citrine into a standard round brilliant. Now this is a Santa Ana Madrida citrine. It comes, I believe, from an island off of the coast of Brazil. Very beautiful stone. Um, so what we're going to do is, first thing is, like I've already done the pavilion brake facets. What's unique about doing these pavilion brake facets first is that when you do these facets first, these are basically going to go away, but you still have to polish them as if they're not going to go away, because a small fraction of them will stay. Now, this Santa Ana Madrida citrine is probably some of the most beautiful orange citrines you'll see. I mean, out there, to be honest. It's pretty unique. Let me just, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to head and start some water. And since I already have the rough cut of it, which is the 600 grit diamond infused lap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And I am going to unscrew the retaining bolt. It's the best way I could put it. We're going to go ahead and unscrew that and put on a 1200. Some people call it a nut. I'm used to calling things bolts. You know what I mean? So we want to be at 45 degrees for this first cut. Right now we are at 46.41, so we're gonna have to raise our standards a little bit and then lower them back down, but it actually come pretty close to being flush. All right, this right here is our drip for our liquids. You put the liquids on the laps to keep the lap from getting tore up and the stone for staying cool. Let me go ahead and fill this up. So I got a water reserve just above there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some water in there, and I'm gonna put some jet dry in the water. And that soapiness helps the plate last even longer, and it stops from any of the diamonds from getting cut out of it. If let's see, hello Mama Source, if y'all could do me one more favor, I need y'all to just put anything else in the comments for me. I got this iPad thing that supposedly I'll be able to kind of watch chat through there, but it's not working. So if y'all would just put something down so I can just make sure for sure it's not working. And then I know I got more work to do after this is done to get that running, unfortunately. So if anybody could. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start cutting her now. We got to get that water running pretty daggum good. And when I say water running, I mean like that. It needs to be dripping. Especially for somebody like me who's a little heavy-handed, you can tend to really tear your plates up in a hurry. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start on 3 on our index dial here. Don't know if you can see that, but 3 on our index dial here. I'll try to bring the light a little bit lower so y'all can see. We're going to try to start 3 here and just slowly, very slowly, cut to our 4500 with our 1200 grit lap. And see, now, I don't know if you can see it there, but you see how that one piece right there, is like so much clearer than the rest of these, right? So that's how big of a difference is from 12 to 600 grit. Now, again, in the future, I'm wanting to do a lot more stuff. Hey everybody. I'm wanting to do a lot more stuff, so I have some things planned. Unfortunately, I don't know if YouTube would let me show all the stuff I have planned. Like, I want to customize some rifles and some pistols with gemstones and things like that. So we are simultaneously streaming to Rumble, and that way, let's say that when we do a knife in the future, YouTube, for whatever reason, goes, we don't want knife content on YouTube, right? I can go, that's fine, the stream's already up at Rumble, there's no issue there, and I can just point y'all towards that. I will also say that if y'all have any ideas of what you would like to see that involves gemstones, put them down below, because while a lot of people cut for business, and again, this is my wife's business, this isn't mine, I just cut for fun, and this is just my way of kind of throwing her name out there while also hanging out with y'all and cutting and having a good time. So I have a lot more liberty to kind of go, you know what, I want to do something cool. I want to do like a Warhammer 40k themed knife, you know what I mean? So, and that's actually something I do want to do in the future, is a Warhammer 40k themed knife. Like, legitimately, maybe do a Black Templar's knife. Even though I'm a Salamanders fan, well, I'm both. I like Black Templars and Salamanders. But I've thought about doing a lot of that different stuff, so if that's something y'all would like to see, or if you even have suggestions, hey, I'd like to see something from this video game or this show or whatever, be in the comments yelling it out, you know, because it's all fun to me, you know. While I got y'all here, if anybody likes stuff like lapidary, or faceting in general, lapidary, faceting, if y'all like custom knives, if y'all like anything like that, or just some fun builds, be sure to subscribe and like and do all that good stuff. We would love to grow to where we could do some really fun and cool stuff in the future that right now is just not feasible for us. But to kind of get to that point would be pretty awesome. Like I want to do something. I want to do something for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt. You know, I would love to do like some customization. Even though Junior don't like jewelry, I figured since it's a knife, he might even like it. We don't live too far away from him, so maybe I can go up to a shop and give it to him, as long as they're amenable to something like that. But yeah, we're starting to get back to doing more stuff. I do got a couple of medical procedures coming up here soon that may knock me out for a week or two, but hopefully after that we'll be all good and there won't be no delays until, you know, I have to delay in my hopefully 70s. You know, the big delay. But yeah, I mean, I'm always wanting to do some fun stuff. Like, I got a samurai sword I'm working on for some gemstone stuff, which I think is pretty unique and cool, and I think a lot of people are going to love it. And I got an editor for the YouTube videos, which is also pretty cool. So now we can just like do content and get it out. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Well, that works too. Well, that don't work for everything though, because I got to watch it for Rumble too. Well, that's okay. I think that works. But yeah, I got some plenty of good ideas. I just got to get them going. Like getting one video edited alone is usually like $100 altogether, including after a tip. Because I mean, why wouldn't you tip them? And then I've actually had people I know ask, why don't I video edit? And I tried. I really did. The paleontologist one, I tried to edit that one. It is literally, I just cannot stand my voice that much that I just don't want to edit the stuff, to be honest. It just, I don't know, it's something about my own voice that just like, So, we're actually making pretty good time, like really good time. We're going through all this relatively quickly. Let's see. And I'm trying to keep it all within view of y'all, but in view of me too, so I can see if I'm actually getting a good cut and polish on there, or it's just like a pseudo thing. Oh, now it's time for the 10 times. Let's see what the 10 times brings us any clarification. Looks like the tips broke off of it between now and some point. But why? Why would be a good question. That just means we'll have to work our way further down. We're just going to have to work our way further down, it seems like. Which we can do. It's just going to be a little more involved, shall we say. But yeah, I plan on going to a faceting school here soon, and then an engraving class sometime in the future, so I can engrave gunmetal and stuff like that, and do inlays into that. I'm kind of excited about all this. I'm going to be honest with you. Never in my wildest imagination would I think that I'd be doing something like this, let alone something that looks this good. So let me go ahead and we're going to move over to 63, 69. Oop, something wrong there. That's not a good sound. When you hear that, like that big cut, it means you're off somewhere. So it wouldn't be making that large sound. Yeah, like it's, yeah, for some reason it's, did I miss one? Did I miss one while I was cutting the main breaks? Did I miss an entire facet? I don't know, that is pretty freaking huge though. It's had to miss one. But look at there, we're about to cut a facet all on our own right here. On the 1200 grit. Let's hope she holds up to the grinding of it. I mean, it's a $70 plate if I screw it up. But she's cutting slowly, which is what we want. and I see really no blue marks. Which if we were tearing up that resin, you'd see blue marks. On it. Also, while I got y'all here, let's see. Do I have this over here? Tell me it's... Yes, it is over here. I'm going to give y'all a hint on what we're working on next, and hopefully, if not the next video, the video after that will be this right here. This beautiful thing right here. We will be doing a version of that. So we got some pretty unique and fun things coming up. Alright, let's see. She's cutting to the center just very, very slowly. And I was thinking about doing more giveaways. But I kind of thought about it. I said, man, the last few giveaways we did, people stayed for the giveaway and didn't stay for everything else. So I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Because if people keep doing that, then it does mess up how YouTube views your content, and it's like, oh yeah, people don't want to stick around for it. So they don't really push it out to people. And for everybody, again, I say, hey, y'all got any questions? You feel free to ask. I'm working on something with pen and pen blades as well, to try to do something that like a little custom something for him. Again, excuse me. And it's because I was putting out a lot of custom gemstone knives. To begin with, a lot of people are knife collectors that watch the channel. Well, I do love doing custom knives and stuff like that. That is fun. The main thing I wanted to do was just fun lapidary stuff. So it does kind of, you know, like, how do I get those people to watch the other lapidary stuff and hopefully enjoy it? So we're going to have to go around the world again. We're going to have to do it to get that flat spot out the tip there. Now, y'all may not be able to see it, but with the 10 times, you can see it pretty obvious. I don't know if you can see it like that, but with the 10 times, it is pretty obvious it's there, which is fine because it'll let me cut down deeper into the rest of the facets and just give it that little extra, you know. 93. So, yep, that one won't cut either. I missed 2 complete facets, which is crazy. Like, that's crazy to miss 2 of them. I must be worse off than I think I am. Be missing that many facets on an initial cut. That's not good. And then I got a video that I'm working on, and I'm hoping that'll be out much sooner than later. And that one's a pretty fun one, but I don't want to give anything away or spoil it on anybody. But it should be a pretty unique one. that everybody, I would hope, would like. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to lower this down. And I lowered it down by 1 full digit. So instead of lowering it down, see how these, basically you see how between these numbers, well, there's numbers up here on the mast of the faceting machine like that. And in between there, these little numbers, there's lines there. And that controls your depth, you know. And usually, for minor adjustments, I'll just go to the next line and then cut down like that. But this one, I just went a full number down instead of a line down. That way I get plenty of my... we get plenty of depth, and that'll probably remove that tip flat part there. Yeah. So, excuse me. Now, we see how that is like a large flat piece right there. I know it's kind of hard to see now that the light is the way it is. Let's see if I can do it like that. Does that help any? Probably not. Probably made it worse. Well, nevertheless, there's a large flat piece there now. That's because we grinded a lot of that stone surface away for that flat piece, right? So now we're going to have to go all the way around and do it again. But the more you remove on the surface here, the more you're going to take out that chip at the very tip there. So it's like it's a necessity, right? In order to take this out, you need to go all the way around again to the same depth so that these are the same width, if that makes sense. But it also takes out that chip. And faceting is not something you want to half-butt. You don't want to half-butt faceting. It's something that's really important that you come at it and go, all right, even if it's going to take me however long, I need to do this right all the way through, because if not, your meat points will not line up. Okay? Just saying. If good enough is what you're going to do throughout the stone, you're going to end up with a terrible, if that makes sense. So good enoughs lead you to oh craps. So that's why we don't do good enough. If we do good enough, if I do good enough, I must be really, like, really mad, or it's a my version of good enough, to where my version of good enough is like, it's literally a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a millimeter off, and I go, yeah, but if I overcut it, I'm going to cut into something else. So good enough. We'll work it. We'll keep it there. And I learned this also from a buddy of mine. He had me recut one of the gemstones he had. So I recut this thing, and it was not great at all. And it's not his fault. He didn't cut it, you know. It's not his fault, but he got it from overseas, and the lines were just all over the place. Like that, right? That's supposed to be a girdle line. It's flat across, right? It's even. Well, the girdle line on this emerald cut was like that. It was all jacked up. So it definitely made it to where I'm like, okay, you can't just, because as soon as they did that and they just kept cutting, it was just screwed all the way down the line. And it was one of those things to where I tried to repair cut it the best I could, just try to fix what was wrong with it. And then as soon as I fixed what was wrong with it, I'd see, oh, this is also wrong with it. Oh, this is also wrong with it, because I fixed it here to where it should be, but now everything was cut off center. So it basically ended up having to recut the entire stone altogether. And again, not his fault. He bought from overseas. But I've learned just from cutting things that are cut overseas that it's like that, you know. So see if we can get y'all in a little closer. Is that better? Y'all tell me if that's better. All right. I think we're getting there. I just need a fraction of a millimeter left. Get that down to 0. There we go. Now we're going to touch it up, make sure it's down to 0. Yep. Much better. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so 33. We're going to rotate to 33, and we're just going to cut again. We're going to keep doing this process until we have a very, very round pavilion. And then we will start working on the polish for it, which will be the 50,000 grit. I had a guy who told me to not really worry about doing the cerium oxide if you're going to do the 50,000 grit. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking, because I've tried them both, they don't look too much terribly different, but I think I may stick with the 50,000 grit for the the 50,000 grit for the meat point facets, because again, every time you facet, every time you put this on a plate and start faceting, right, you're taking material away, right? So you have to stop on certain plates before your meat points actually meet, and then cut with some of your final plates to where it actually meets. Now with the naked eye, you might not see it like that, right? But let's say I cut a meat point here, right there, and I do not want it to move past that point. Well, if I cut it there on this 12,000, and then I go to the 8,000, and I cut a little bit more to remove some scratches, I'm cutting past that point already. So by the time I make it all the way past that point, it's going to be visible with the naked eye by then. You know what I mean? Because you're cutting that far past. Even if it's tiny, you got to really look for it. It's there. So what I've come to learn to do is cut before the meat points. Now, we don't have to worry about meat points until the third section of the pavilion, right? Cutting past them and stuff like that. The girdle's pretty much self-explanatory, okay? So what we're going to do is we're literally going to look at this through a 10 times, excuse me, magnifying glass while I'm cutting, and I'm going to have to walk it in little at a time. Then that's when this really gets to be like a time-consuming thing. It's not this part. This part is actually not really that bad. It's once you actually start having to be precise is when you have to start taking it slow. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is we can kind of bull rush this thing and get it to where we need to get it to. But once we actually have to start taking it slow, that's when you're going to see me wiping this thing off like 4 or 5 times before I even move it. Looking at it through a 10 times magnifying glass like 4 or 5 times, and then going, okay, all right, we still got a little bit more, or we're just going to have to bite the bullet and cut an extra 10 minutes later on with the other plates to get it to where it needs to be. But if you do it with each one of those, like, let's say these facets, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just count that again, make sure I got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for one set of facets, that's 15 facets. Or sorry, 16 facets. So 16 times 10 is 160. So that's an extra 2 hours and 40 minutes, rough math. Extra 2 hours and 40 minutes of cutting right there. You know what I mean? So you have to, while you do have to be precise, it is a long process. And that's why it takes me so long to cut a gemstone. Because I got a terrible back. And I got some other stuff going on. And it is rather difficult to do this. And with the way things are with me right now, so I usually only get about an hour a day, and that's if I'm, really pushing myself. An hour a day. There's some days I don't get anything. Like this past winter, I've hardly done anything. And it's because this cold snaps and everything has seized my back up, and I could barely move. So it really got to be aggravating, to say the least. Let's see. Well, this side seems to be doing pretty good, actually. I'm liking it so far. I think this Santa Ana Madrita is gonna look pretty daggum snazzy when we're done with it. Our next plate, I think we're gonna move to the 50,000 grit and try it from there and see how that looks. I mean, she's doing pretty well. I don't want to jinx anything, but let me look at it with the 10 times. Hit her with the 10 times. Yeah, that pretty much, that top piece is pretty much all pointed now. But we're doing pretty good. It's a little frustrating because I wanted to stream to TikTok too. But when trying to stream to TikTok, it was I couldn't get a stream code. And I kept going to myself, why can't I get a stream code? I used to be able to do this. Well, now only certain select individuals get a stream code. And I thought to myself, why are they regressing? Because they're like, oh, we can only, unfortunately, give certain people stream codes now due to limitations. And I'm like, why? Why is that? And they said you can join a creator thing to get a stream code if you wanted one. And I'm like, I ain't signing anything to anybody. So there'll be no streaming to YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Like, I can stream to TikTok directly from my phone, but I was trying to do a third-party stream so I can stream to YouTube, TikTok, and Rumble all at the same time. And then that way, it's 3 sites you're streaming to all at once. But no, they're like, no, We only hamstring codes out to certain individuals now. So, no bueno on that end. So, I'm tempted, because literally it's something they used to do. You used to be able to do it. As long as you had more than 1,000 followers, you used to be able to do it. And we definitely have that over on TikTok. So I'm like, why? What's going on? What's going on with it? That's, and my theory behind it is that they're restricting certain things like that. So you will join their networks for marketing that they may have a little hand in. Who knows? Or, you know, they got a little more power with those kind of marketing things. So, those little marketing groups. So, I'm like, nah, it sounds like you're trying to force me into something without trying to tell me you're trying to force me into something. So, I do like this thing though. I've been fasting on and off for about 1.5 years, 2 years, but really this winter, been on and off. But when I first got it, you know, my son wasn't even born yet, and then a few months later he was born, so I didn't really have much time to do it, you know. Now that I'm actually doing it and can kind of clear my head and just have fun, it's a blast. It's a blast being able to get back to this again. So I'm pretty excited about it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to 75, and we're just gonna keep working this down, working it down the best we can. There's going to be some places I feel like with the girdle that are not going to line up exactly right. But again, I'm practicing. This is, you know, I'm just trying to get it right. This standard round brilliant. Like, I'm cutting them all the way down to 45.00. But for some reason, I never have them line up exactly 100% perfectly right, which is pretty common for people, from what I understand, that facet. It's always going to be a little bit here and a little bit there. But we're going to get as close as we can. Now, with the naked eye, you won't be able to tell, again, because with the girdle, you don't have to walk it on like I have to do with my meat points, right? You can just cut those and cut those and cut those, because no matter what, each section is going to be the same as long as you leave the girdle at the same depth, right? So there's that. That's the beneficiary of that. But again, you're going to have to, once you hit the meat points, you have to actually walk it on. But from my understanding, the girdle never really lines up exactly 100% all the way through. Another thing I've been told that I do wrong is I'm heavy-handed by nature. You know, I'm just naturally heavy-handed fella, and you need to be gentle when cutting this stuff. So that's a new thing. But I think also the babies helped me with that. Little man's helped me with that some, because I learned to be more gentle with him. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and we're going to look at a 97 and go ahead and cut on that 97 some. Get that cut. And I can't remember. I got the Santa Ana Madrita from Joe Henley's Rough. From joehenley.com. And they have some really good rough. I think he's also got an Instagram as well. So we got some of the rough from there, right? Some of the Santa Ana Madrita from there. But there's another place that I get my rough for, like lapidary, cabbing, stuff like that. It's called Copper Canyon Lapidary. We don't get no money from them. It's just they were very friendly, and the guy gave me very helpful tips when starting out and stuff like that. So, and he gave me like, hey, you know, here's some stuff for you to practice on, so you don't have to pay, and you can get into it without breaking the bank and stuff like that. So Copper Canyon Lapidary, if you get a chance, go check them out. And I'll have to ask my wife what the promo code is for it over there. I believe it's Elegant Pebble 15 for 15% off, but I can't quite remember right now. Let's see. That's it right there. She's looking awful pretty. But what we have to do, we have to get our 50,000 grit lap on there now and touch her up. Touch her up on some things. Let's see. I always run that real high. Always run that plate real high, and then that way it runs the liquid or as much water off of it as it can, right? And while it's sitting in the little plate holder I got over here, it's not dripping liquid on my wooden disc. It's not dripping water and, you know, everything like that on there. So this is our 50,000 grit lap. The black lap is. And what I'm going to do is, I've been using this side of it, of the paper towel. Now I'm going to use this side. So each grain has its own, or each grit has its own set area. Let's see. Each grit has its own set area of the paper towel, so I'm not, hopefully, cross-contaminating my grits. I'm not cross-contaminating my grits and leaving big scratches into my stone that I have to go back and recut. Let's see, right there should be fine. We're not going to hit each section long on here because we're not removing a lot, to be honest. Okay, we're just removing some. Okay, just enough to get a polish on there. You get what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is we're going to raise this up, and we do not want to raise this up while it's on the lap, because that will leave deeper and deeper gouges into the stone. So that is a no-go. That is a no bueno. Looks like she's clean. Let's look at her. Yeah. I'm just looking at it with my 10 times. It looks like she sealed up pretty good. She got a good clean polish on her. And I'm checking this out because this is the first time I've ever done quartz while skipping the 8,000 grit. But boy howdy, she does look good. There's one way to, oh yeah, she looks good. She looks good like that. Alright. Now we need to move over to our 9. And we're just going to cut like this all the way down. And we're going to probably hit it up with the cerium oxide just to see if that works out well for us. Oh yeah. Golly, this thing's starting to look good already. I can see the reflection of the light. And not just like the light. Not like the light that you see here. But the actual light fixture and stuff in the stone already. Which is making me pretty excited. Looks like everything's going to plan. But I don't want to get too excited because, you know, everything can seem to fall away at a moment's notice when doing this. So we want to, while staying excited, we do want to be cautiously optimistic. And y'all let me know if y'all are having any problems with the stream buffing or anything like that. We did get some high-speed, low-drag internet, but sometimes I wonder if it's working all the time. So y'all let me know about that. That's a big one. These bigger facets tend to have little spots to where they don't cut immediately like you would want them to, but after a few passes they do. Let's see. There we go. That's better. That's better right there. Just one more pass. Just to make sure we got everything up and running good. Keep ripping these paper towels. Alright. Yeah, she's looking fine. Looking fine. That's good. That's good. That's what I want the stream to be. Good for everybody. Excuse me. My throat is starting to perturb me. It is starting to perturb me. Are y'all still enjoying this view? I've thought about maybe doing it to where I can do multiple views. Like I can just take the stand out of one platform and put it into another and kind of walk it around here, so I can give y'all different views throughout different streams. I'm definitely going to do it for when I'm fasting for videos. That way, you know, it doesn't. That way, it doesn't get boring. You get different angles, you get different shots and stuff like that. So, I forgot to even ask y'all from the very beginning, if y'all like this stream, please leave a like. I didn't even think about that. Oh man. We're doing 39, and we're just gonna walk it around the world. We're just gonna walk it around the world, give it some polishes. Give it some polishes. And then we're gonna, she's looking pretty. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Whoever gets this is gonna be a happy duck. A happy duck. Alright. 39. And it's gonna be, I hope, we all hope, at least I hope y'all are hoping too. It's gonna be a pretty big stone when it's done. It's not gonna be no little fella. It's gonna be a big fella. Big fella with big dreams. Yeah, she's looking good now. Let's see. We're gonna look at her. Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty confident now that we can actually walk all the way around this thing without really having to check for too much. After the first facets, I still want to take the liquid off so I can check. A real quick check, but not like a, you know, an extremely detailed one. I can usually catch them with my bare eye now. Well, I set it into a pendant or a ring. This one's going to be pretty big, so, or at least we hope it will be pretty big. So the biggest part of the stone when it's finished is usually going to be the smallest part of the stone when it's rough. So right there. So that right there. So it may make a great ring as a centerpiece, but it would have to have something with it. You know what I mean? To justify its price, it would need to have something with it. If you do it like that. Now, if you give it to somebody, I mean, you could give it to somebody and put it in whatever, and if they complain, they're a butthole, you know. But because it's going to be a standard round brilliant, if you did a ring, you would, let's see, you did a ring or a pendant. If you did a ring, you would probably be pretty heavy for a ring, pretty big for a ring. You gotta think, this is my finger, and it sits like that. You know what I mean? So what's it gonna look like on somebody else's? Pendant would probably be the better option, the more sound option. So. But I guess the main question would be, what kind of pendant would you set it in? You know? Oh, I got new comments. I guess it doesn't automatically scroll down for me. I'm using the new web stream third-party thing. If y'all like lapidary, if you like fastening, please give us a like, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask. I welcome all kinds of questions. I can answer them, and I usually don't answer questions like, why didn't Dad come back with the milk? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't come back with the milk. But if you're asking any lapidary questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. So we're getting to the end here with this 50,000 grit for the first sets of pavilion facets. And keep in mind, I'd already had the 600 grit, so the big cutting already done. So even with this minor cutting, and I'm moving rather quickly with it, this whole row of facets is closing in on an hour already. So that's just to kind of give you a taste. And how many rows of facets do we actually have left? 1, 2, transfer, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more rows. So we're closing in about 2 hours on this first row. If we keep up that tempo, so let's see all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 times 2 is 14. So closing in, we might end up being about 14 hours into this gemstone, as long as it's cut right. Now, this is why a lot of jewelry dealers will buy from out of country. They do it rather quick. They have one person, and their whole entire thing is to just cut girdles. And they'll cut girdles and they'll pass it on down the line. They'll take it out of the quill and they'll pass it on down the line. The problem with that is that it's never aligned, it's never straight, it's never good cuts. So the thing is that American faceting has to be better quality. You have to provide a better quality of something, right? That's what makes you better. They're cutting for mass just to get it out the door as quick as possible, right? That's not the way American cutters should be. American cutters should be cutting for quality and taking their time. While speeding up, yes, because granted, who wants to pay you for 14 hours of work? You know what I mean? Also, who wants to pay you for, you know, a small stone maybe takes 7 hours. Let's say a tiny one takes 7 hours. Still, it's, let's say $25, $30 an hour. That runs up quite a bill. So while you do want to get fast, you don't want to lose professionalism and quality for your speed. Let's see. And we're just going to work that down. Yeah, she's looking good now. She's looking all kinds of pretty. Pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another paper towel for that cerium oxide so we get a full kind of glimpse at what it'll look like. And there'll be no cross contamination, no big big cuts, no big divots, things like that. So it should cut all the way through and leave a very good shiny surface. I'm glad the internet's working good. Got to upgrade, so glad it's worth it. Let's see, 89, so 93. 93. And we're just going to cut on that 93. Is it still not showing well? Is that better? Is that better? I know it's a lot of it's because my hand blocks it. Is that better? Or is that better? Problem is I have to see it whenever I take it up. So I'll have to keep moving that light around. which I assume that we're doing the knives. Oh, not the camera, my hand. I didn't even know I had my hand up. Because a lot of this, whenever I'm moving my hand, is me looking for any scratches, anything like that. So I kind of have to keep it up so I can see it with my eyes. All right, I think she's looking pretty a-okay. All right, let me go ahead and turn the water off and get that revved up so it knocks as much water off that lap as possible. And then we're going to put the cerium oxide on and grab another paper towel. So that way we don't cross-contaminate. And then the first row of pavilion facets should be done. All within about an hour, even though, again, I didn't show the 600 grit. It should be done. So let's go ahead. Let's see if that. Okay. We're gonna leave it there. All right. Let's see. Now I was trying to get a good view to where it could maybe do like that, and that way maybe y'all could see a little better. It says my device is overheating. So I may have to do this off screen. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and call it for tonight, since I guess my device is off overheating. So if you've liked it so far, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Maybe learned something. Hopefully you've enjoyed at least seeing this get cut some. But nevertheless, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to have some all kinds of new content coming out. We always want to do some new stuff when it comes to lapidary, that things that people ain't never seen before. So make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'm going to end out on a prayer. It's just going to be a very quick one. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for the life you've given me and my family. If you take it all the way tomorrow, we'd still be grateful for what you have given us and continue to give us. Heavenly Father, I'd like to thank you for the salvation of myself and my wife and my child and my family members. I pray that if anybody in our family and friends, or anybody that's watched tonight, is not saved, I pray that they do get to know you and get saved and have that peace within them, and that when this is all over, that paradise does await for us. I want to thank you for your Son's sacrifice upon the cross and his resurrection, his divine blood that washed away our sins. But most importantly, Heavenly Father, I'd like to say, let your will be done. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless. And be safe. And